I've always been told. I've always been. I've always been told. I've always been. I've always been told that it is part of my duty to be a voice for my community. And I like to think that as an attorney here at the Cochran firm, that I am doing what Mr. Cochran wanted us to do, which was to always be committed to your community and to serve your community and to fight, even when you feel like the odds are against you. And at the end of the day, justice will be served.
Hello and welcome everyone to SoCalCollegeSports.com's continuing coverage of 3C2A athletics. It's men's basketball, the opener here, the VC We Play Hard tournament, Pasadena and Antelope Valley. Happy you've joined us as we are about to get set and underway here in the opening game. Mike Zepeda, Jeff Stoynoff with you on today's coverage. Game 1 of 2. We'll have the early game along with the late game. We'll get the starting lineups to you shortly. Early on for Antelope Valley, there's Greg Floyd from deep off the mark. No score early.
Floyd, a 6'10 freshman, still takes the shot from long range. That's the modern game for you right there.
Yeah, he's a 6'9" two guard, and he can absolutely stroke the basketball. We've had some conversations with the coaching staff for Antelope Valley. Very excited about Floyd and his prospects moving forward, a big-time athlete. And if some of the names sound familiar, on the roster for Antelope Valley, they should Jamar Kemp and Julian Payton, son of Sean Kemp and Gary Payton, respectively. Antelope Valley very excited about the prospects of this year, very highly ranked coming in, and why not? They are absolutely loaded. Still no score early on, about a minute in. 19-11 to go here in the first half. This is Will Johnson with the basketball for the Lancers. Pasadena with some talent themselves. We'll get to that in a little bit. This is Josiah Woods. Woods off the mark. Good challenge up front. Quick pressure into the front court offensively. That one blocked away. That was Jordan Simpson. Pasadena will have possession of the basketball.
Yeah, great job getting back in transition by Simpson.
Three-quarter 1-3-1 press shown here from Antelope Valley early. Back to man. Near side, this is Jordan Jones. Jones, big-time athlete. Saw him in warm-up putting on a show. Almost traveling there. That's Joe Hamilton. Hamilton can't get the shot off. Guarded by Kemp. That's really good defense by Kemp, Jeffrey.
Yeah, Hamilton, the guy they're going to look to her leadership, particularly in terms of scoring. But he's working against Kemp there with the shot clock winding down and too much off the dribble.
Near side, this is Demaria Jones. Jones off to Floyd. Floyd kicks out. Here's Peyton from deep. That one's off the mark. So both teams starting off the season cold here. On the road, not that it's not to be expected. Hamilton, nice feathery touch from the baseline, can't get it to go. Kemp in transition, has a man up ahead. Highlight time, no. Slippage on the floor. That was O.C. Nwachukwu. Passed off the mark. It's a turnover back the other way, and
that's an early big-time break for Pasadena, and it's good to see that Nwachukwu looks like he's okay.
Yeah, that was
a scary fall there
absolutely.
on a slippery spot on the floor, but he's wide open there, and I think you're exactly right there with highlight time, Michael. He's thinking about how the dunk's going to look. Next thing he knows, the ball's heading back the other way.
He's thinking about ESPN top 10. Speaking of which, happy to report that our coverage of 3C2A men's basketball well chronicled. We were able to get into the top 10 for March Madness. The state championship for the men's came down to a buzzer beater.
Yeah, heck of a moment.
Congratulations to San Diego City College. Coach Mitch Charlins looking to repeat here in 2017 and 18.
And I wouldn't be surprised if they met their nemesis, Fullerton College, in the final or somewhere along the lines again. They'll no doubt be loaded again.
Perry Webster's going to be ready for sure. And finally, somebody getting on the board. It's Demaria Jones.
That's a couple of good sets, though, offensively for Antelope Valley the last couple of times down, and they finally got a shot to go.
Jones, Floyd, Kemp, Peyton, and O.C. Nwachukwu, the starters for Antelope Valley. Nwachukwu forcing the turnover. It'll go back to Antelope Valley. The Marauders and the Lancers here, the opener for 3C2A men's basketball here on SoCalCollegeSports.com. This broadcast being brought to you in part by the Cochran firm, California. Very big supporters of the Antelope Valley College men's basketball program. Also Hunter Dodge. Floyd on the dribble, kicks it back out to Kemp. Kemp fakes left, goes right. Looks like he traveled. And indeed, that is the call.
You know, I made reference to the fact that the Marauders had a couple of good sets down, and you can really see the difference in that set. There was much more dribbling going on in that set, and they were having a lot of difficulty creating any kind of space to get a shot off.
Jeffrey, we've seen a lot of slippage early on here, and we will have a brief stoppage in play as they clean it up.
Well, it's an early season for the floor as well. We'll wonder here in this opening weekend as we talked to the coaching staffs, both coaches, I think pretty clear that early in the season you're still looking for combinations, trying to sort out who's going to fit what role on the team. So they expect a little bit of bumps early on.
That's almost verbatim from Coach Keith Holloman of the Lancers.
Yep.
I had an opportunity to speak with him before today's game. Keith, a longtime friend of SoCalCollegeSports.com. He is well-traveled, and so are we. From the baseline and finally getting on the board.
Yeah,
is
William
Johnson.
Yep.
Near turnover there for the Lancers. Pasadena up by 3, or up by 1, 3-2.
Yeah, Johnson just beyond the arc there in the corner. Knocking down the triple.
Both teams really trying to find their bearings early here. It's just Peyton with it on the far side. Peyton dribbling up and down, working on Johnson. Gives off to Kemp. Kemp over to Jones. Jones thinking baseline dunk. No, lays it up and lays it in. Nifty move.
Yeah,
Demaria Jones.
Jordan Jones with the gamble there defensively, trying to play the passing lane, and that opened up Jones the other way for the easy lay-in, and that's the danger of going for the steal.
Johnson on the baseline, wide open. Jordan Simpson. Simpson gets it to go. 5-4. .45 to go. Floyd thought about it from 3, thought about the step back. Instead gives off. That's a good close out there by Simpson. Nwachukwu gives it off. In fact, he lost it off to Jones. Jones near side, fakes left. Oh, quick move, frees him up right. Can't get that one to fall.
Well, I'm going to make the first reference to a possible tight rim, especially on the left side here, as a couple of shots have gone about halfway down for the Marauders in the first half.
That's the book on this gym here, Jeffrey. Tight on the left, a little looser on the right. Steal by Jamar Kemp. Kemp in transition. Nice move. Jones finishes up top. 6-5 ABC, and we see some pretty good passing there from Jamar Kemp. And, in speaking with the coaching staff for Antelope Valley, Jamar Kemp has a possibility. There's a possibility he might lead this team in assists. He has very good vision for a big. Answering on the other end.
They've already had him out high.
Josiah Woods.
Between the circles working the offense, have they, with Kemp?
Nwachukwu into the lane.
Well, it's not a big surprise there. It got a little bit physical. They let Jones pretty much go uncontested to the rim to throw one down, and you have to expect that the Lancers aren't going to let that happen again after failing to get back in transition on the previous fast break.
OC not a fan of the contact there from Josiah Woods. He's going to go to the line for 2.
You know, it's a little bit like in a cross-sport analogy. I get the feeling in basketball that when you throw one down on defense, it's like hitting a home run. And as the next hitter up, you kind of expect to be brushed back a little bit after a guy goes deep, and that's
big screen from Kemp, and he's going to be whistled for a foul. And, Jeff, I don't think that was a dirty foul. If anything, I think that's just a matter of the size of Jamar Kemp. Just almost doesn't seem fair. Johnson dribbling up on down, working on Payton. Very good feet defensively from Payton. Tough offensive set here for the Lancers. 13 on the shot clock. This is Woods. Off far side, Jordan Jones. Jones going to have to make something happen. 5 on the shot clock. That shot is short, rebounded by Kemp. Long outlet the other way. Jones throws it down from Floyd. So Floyd pads the assist stat there. Off to a freebie. Demaria Jones finish. 8-7. Woods turns the corner at the elbow at the free throw line, picks up his dribble. He's being harassed, and he dragged the pivot foot. Going to be a travel and a turnover on Pasadena. ABC ball.
You know, Mike, the Marauders are really extending the defense out on the perimeter, and it's going to be up to the Lancers to start making some cuts back toward the basket and see if they can make them pay for that here moving forward.
OC, Floyd, Jones, very good length. You got an absolute rock in the middle in Jamar Kemp, and Payton right here from 3. That's short. So Julian Payton unable to get out the schneid here in 2017 and 18.
Woods and Nwachukwu continue to go at it. Meanwhile,
credit to Payton, and right on cue. I was just going to mention he's been very good defensively. Garners a steal right there, making Dado proud. Floyd from 3. That's short. Johnson the other way. Kicks off, and this is a kid that Pasadena is very excited about, although missing on the shot. That's Joe Hamilton. Jones, Kemp up and under, lays it up and lays it in. So Jamar Kemp.
Pretty finish from Kemp.
Yeah, showing some dexterity there. Jamar Kemp, we'll see the replay here. As Kemp from the feed from Jones, good look off there, and Kemp finishing. Very nice. Again, big sponsor of the Antelope Valley men's basketball program, the Cochran firm of California, Hunter Dodge as well. Take a timeout ourselves, 10-7, 13 minutes to go here in the first half. Back in a moment here on SoCal College Sports. Substitutions. Angelo Solis and Rocco Fallings onto the floor. Payton will come off along with Floyd. ABC with an early 3-point lead, 10-7. The Lancers with it in the gray, working left to right. Jordan Jones picks up his dribble. There's really been the Achilles heel here, stalling a lot of the offensive possessions for the Lancers. Near steal there. Jones fires away. He's fouled in the act by Kemp. And Jordan Jones will go to the line for 2.
Yeah, Kemp contesting that shot there, but he's going to be so important to this team moving forward that he's got to be aware of picking up fouls like that and getting himself into foul trouble in the second half of games.
And that was on a three-point attempt, so excuse me. Going to be three shots coming to Jordan Jones. First free throw up and good. Second free throw off the mark. Another substitution in. Kemp is going to come off. He will be replaced by Jesse Burns. I believe we saw Burns last year.
He is a sophomore.
Second free throw good, so that cuts the lead to 1 for Antelope Valley. 10-9, opening game of the VC We Play Hard tournament, sponsored by the James Ennis Foundation. Game 2 today will be at 7 p.m. Slated for a 7 p.m. start time, but in tournaments, sometimes those start times can be a little fluid. Off the turnover, that one blocked by Osi. Nuachukwu getting back defensively, making a play. Goes back the other way. Nuachukwu looking to be rewarded on the other end. That's a pretty good find from Jones, but that one batted out of bounds. It'll stay with AVC.
Yeah, good hustle from Woods getting back. The Lancers have been beaten in transition a couple of times early, but that time made the adjustment to get back.
ABC baseline out of bounds. Fallings, Rocco. I also call him Rock. Osi, good rhythm, fires it from 3 and gets it to go. So Nuachukwu on the board. His first bucket of the ball game. And Osi Nuachukwu, the story early on for the Marauders, very effective on both ends, forces another turnover. Kyle Mitchell will check into the ball game for the first time. Fallings brings it up, guarded closely by Johnson. Good defense from Johnson. Fallings gives it off. Jones from deep, that's short. Rebound fought for and won by Solis. Solis kicks it out to Fallings. Another possession here for the Marauders. Fallings with it. Jones lost it in the lane, kicks it out. 17 on the shot clock, no need to rush. Jones, baseline, nothing there. That one blocked emphatically by Jordan Simpson. Off to the races, here goes the Lancers. Into the corner, Hamilton, that one off the mark. Rebound, Burns. Jones, oh, nifty pass, and Nuachukwu could not finish. But he nearly gets a steal in the backcourt. Nuachukwu trying to make up for it. Another near steal. Nuachukwu on the floor. He's going to be called for a foul, but you love the hustle early on from Osi Nuachukwu.
Yeah, defense carrying the day here early and not totally unexpectedly. A couple of great efforts from Jordan Simpson defensively in the last couple of trips down for Pasadena as well.
Jones drives baseline. Gets to the basket in a hurry. He's going to be fouled by Burns. Late whistle, but the correct call. Kyle Mitchell will be rewarded with 2.
A little bit of an adjustment in the last couple of minutes. I think the Lancers sensing that extension on the defensive end by Antelope Valley, and they're trying to get more slashing to the basket.
Agreed.
This time it gets them to the line for free throws.
First free throw up and good, 13-10. So the Lancers finally in double digits, 10:43 to go. Everyone, if you have any friends or family who want to watch the game live, go to our website, www.socalcollegesports.com, or our YouTube channel. Also, feel free to subscribe, SoCal College Sports 1. Floyd back into the ball game. Looks like he traveled as soon as he received the ball, dragging those pivot feet. Jorge Zepeda on the JZ cam. They enter in at the high post, do the Lancers. Mitchell off to Malik Black. Black inside. And Joe Hamilton with the finish. That's a steal. Good active hands on the interior by Hamilton. That should have been a travel, or at least a jump ball. Instead, it's Mitchell back the other way, and it's a quick 4-0 run. That's going to give the Lancers a 1-point lead, 14-13. Solis with a head of steam, 360, unnecessary. Battled and fought for, won by the Lancers. Hamilton thought about it from deep. Does have range out to 25 feet with a feathery touch, per the words of Keith Holloman, assistant coach for Pasadena. Mitchell off to Brown. Here's Black, Malik Black, freshman from Houston Prep in Indianapolis. Off to Mitchell. Mitchell off the backboard, no good. Osi tapping it around, finally wins it. Floyd with it in the front court. You can't leave him alone. He'll bury that. Not that time, though. Under 9 minutes to play in the first half. 14-13. It's a back-and-forth affair here in the opening game of the VC We Play Hard tournament. Mike Zepeda, Jeff Stoynoff with you here on SoCalCollegeSports.com. Hamilton down low, working on Burns. Fadeaway jumper, no good. Good box out by Solis. Burns up ahead. Osi up to Floyd. Floyd, a lot of contact going up. He didn't like it. They're going to say the ball went off of a Lancer.
Yeah, you think of the Doug Collins rule there. If there's a swipe at the ball and the ball goes up, that usually means there's a foul if the ball goes down.
Well, don't tell that to the referee.
It's clean. And by the Collins rule, that should have been a foul, but I won't say any more than that.
Jones, that one blocked. Jones gets it back, fights for it, and finishes.
Well, Simpson's thinking about leaking out there, and it's Jones who stays with it and ends up with the finish.
Yeah, good persistence there by Jones. And AVC, like we said, coming in as a top 10 team in the state of California, very highly talented. And you look at the athleticism, you look at the playmakers at their disposal, and why not? It just...
Yeah, the athleticism kind of leaps off the page, and it's ironic that early on here, I think they're being met in terms of athleticism by this Pasadena team, which is also very deep in athletics. So, I think the key in an early season game like this is it's going to be a little ugly, and you watch some of the plays and some of the body language, and there's a little frustration, I think, on both sides at some of the difficulty to get things going offensively, but this is where you have to bear down, and the team maybe that can stay focused in a game that's a little ugly, that might put you over the top and get you the win.
And this broadcast being brought to you in part by the Cochran Firm, California. Steal on the inside, unable to finish. It's Fallings on the steal. Good aggressive defense. That's offensive.
Foul. Yeah.
And Malik Black extending the forearm. And just good, tough-nosed defense from the Marauders, forcing the turnover. And the Marauders have had some missed opportunities. We saw the big slip early on what should have been an easy dunk for Nuachukwu. Point-blank last time down for Fallings off of the steal. Here's Floyd with it at the wing. Gives off to Jones, and the spacing right now, Jeff, just not there for AVC. Jones from the wing, dribbling up and down. Little and one action to it. He's going to be fouled as the double team came over from Black. Demario Jones will go to the line. He leads all scorers with 8 points. Looking to add to that total right now. 8:03 to go here in the first half. Sorry, Jeffrey.
Working against the shot clock and a double team, and that's a foul that you imagine the Lancers would like to have back if they could. They'll take their chances with Jones taking the double pump there.
First free throw up and good.
Here comes Peyton returning.
So Julian Peyton. Bit of a cold stretch offensively. 2 free throws up and good from Jones. Extends on a 1-point lead. The trap has been very effective early on here for the Marauders. Mitchell breaks it that time, but has it stolen from behind. That was Wesley DeJesus. Solis now with it. Off to Jones. Jones going to reset the offense here. Gives it off to DeJesus. Off to Peyton. Peyton thought about it from 3. First step, brings it back to DeJesus from the corner. That's no good. Rebounded from the weak side by Demario Jones. Jones can't get it to go. Would like to see him gather there, make a better decision. Instead it goes off to the Lancers. The Lancers trailing by 3, 7:30 to go in the first half. Malik Black with it, kicks it down to the baseline. Mitchell goes baseline, nothing there, and that's a bailout call on the baseline. And Julian Payton's got to be a little bit more aware of the surroundings. Just go straight up. That's a really tough shot, almost from behind the backboard from Mitchell. You're not going to block it.
Peyton sliding down ends up picking up the foul, his first.
Free throw up and good.
So he hits both. Lancers hanging around.
Lancers showing a bit of a press themselves. They'll back off. Soft press. Jones going to go right around it off to Floyd. Floyd thinking two-handed dunk. He'll lay it up and lay it in over Jordan Simpson.
That's and the rotation not over for Jones. And that ends up opening up the opportunity.
A little bit too late there on that.
For Floyd to get the finish. That's good recognition by Demario Jones, too, working against pressure defense.
Agreed.
Sees that he had a step and doesn't simply settle for that, but rather drives it hard and finds Floyd.
(20-16), and one is good. Floyd with a near steal. It's saved. Mitchell will go to the rack. He'll give it off to Simpson. Simpson turns it over. It goes off of Peyton, out of bounds. It'll go back to the Lancers.
Now you have to wonder right now for the Lancers, with this 5 on the floor, where's the offense going to come from?
You're exactly right. Another bailout foul.
Yeah,
this one at the high post.
Yeah, fouling Tenali about 22 feet away from the basket. You don't want to see that if you're the Marauders.
No.
Meanwhile, that's their 16th foul.
Inside, this one stolen by Floyd. Floyd can't save it. Tenali right on the doorstep. He'll put it up with a hook, and that's good.
And finished by the big man.
Julian Payton will bring it up. Payton to his right. The Marauders leading by 2. Payton at the top, gets a screen from Solis, comes off of it. Step back, no, inside Solis. Pretty finish, blocked by Tenali.
Well, it was about 99% of the pick and roll, Michael. Just didn't get the finish.
Travel by Justin Brown.
Here comes William Johnson returning for Pasadena.
.604 remaining here in the first half. Nwachukwu back into the ball game. Osi gives off to Demario Jones. Demario Jones, the only scorer in double digits for either team. Osi now with it. Looking for Solis at the high post. Not there. Jeffrey, that's a turnover where the cohesion just not there as of yet.
And as you talked about, a little bit of a spacing problem as well. He's a little too close on the bounce pass.
Yep. It's going to be offensive foul. Another offensive foul going to go against the Lancers.
Solis, or excuse me, DeJesus taking the charge.
Payton going to bring it up. Give off to Nuachukwu. Osi, near side, DeJesus from 3. Yes!
They run DeJesus off a screen there, free him up. I believe is Antelope Valley's first. I think it's their second 3 here in the first half.
No look, Tadali, reverse no good, but he's fouled by DeJesus down low. That's a pretty nice feed there from Joe Hamilton. And Hamilton, in our conversation with Coach Holloman earlier today, mentioned he's got a lot of game of feathery touch. He's a lefty, so he adds that different element of elusiveness and reminds you a little bit of somewhere in between Zebo, Zach Randolph, and Julius Randle.
That's a nice neighborhood.
It's not a bad comparison, no. Two players that are in the league, but very highly skilled in their own regard.
Hamilton also in this first half has definitely had his struggles shooting the ball so far. In fact, I believe he doesn't have a field goal. But that's when it's so important to focus on the rebounding and the passing, and maybe a good pass like that can help get him going.
Dolly off on both of them. Jones now guarded by Woods. Here comes a double from Mitchell. Woods in a bad spot, tried to throw it off of the leg of Mitchell. Instead gets it back, gives it off to Julian Payton. That probably should have been a 10-second violation. Marauders get away with one there.
Well, he was over the line, but then it went back, but they're going to say it went off of Pasadena, so not an over and back.
Good weave action. DeJesus fires up a prayer, can't get it to go. Nothing on the rim before the shot clock expires. The 30-second violation for the Marauders. 4:33 to go. It's a turnover, a 5-point lead for AVC.
And what do we always talk about? First 5 minutes, or I should say last 5 minutes of the first half, first 5 minutes of the second half. Such a critical time in the game, and you feel that here. Either the Lancers can get themselves back in, but a run from ABC here could maybe push this out to double digits going into the locker room at halftime. And that obviously puts them in a much greater position. So precarious moment in this one.
Agreed. Miles Wise. Wise off to Payton. Back to Wise. Wise going to drive baseline, nothing there. Payton wide open from 3. Yes!
They bring the double team, but no rotation over to Payton, and he's simply too open for that 3.
Well, Gary Payton got pretty good at shooting threes towards the end of his career. Julian Payton, early on, used to have a pretty deft touch from beyond the arc. From deep, answering at the other end, this is Joe Hamilton.
And we saw the pass from Hamilton a moment ago, and now he knocks down his first field goal, so maybe Hamilton's finding his way into this game.
DeJesus out front. Lazy one-handed pass. He gets batted out of bounds by Woods. It'll stay with AVC. Oh, when the Marauders play fundamental, very effective in the half court and the full. When they don't, well, the play gets a little sloppy. I'm sure Coach Taylor and company they want to shore that up at halftime. I'm sure they will. Payton again from 3. That one off the mark as the shot clock winding down. Rebounded by Hamilton. Here come the Lancers. It's a turnover.
And Johnson, that's a tough pass in transition, trying the long bounce pass.
And long bounce pass intended for Mitchell. That's trying to thread the needle. And, well, Will Johnson on cue after the turnover. We're going to be subbed in for. Justin Brown now onto the floor for Pasadena. Wise is going to come off. He'll be replaced by Solache. Gabe Salache. Sophomore from Morningside in Los Angeles. First action here so far. He has the ball near side, picks up his dribble. Well, I thought he had already dribbled. Instead, he's awarded a second dribble. Salache trying to finish inside amongst the big boys, unable to do so. It's tapped out of bounds. This went off of Woods. That's the correct call. Woods knows it. Good job by Burns hustling out for that basketball, forcing the tap out of bounds by Woods. It'll stay with Antelope Valley. Peyton will inbounds. Salache off. DeJesus near side. That one over the backboard and out of bounds. It's a pretty good look for DeJesus.
Yeah, curling off the screen from Burns, and he had a very good look.
Really like the pass
Lancers dodge a bullet there, I think.
Really like the pass from DeMario Jones right into the shooter's pocket. DeJesus needs to hit that. Woods directing traffic, gets out to Dadali. Dadali over to Mitchell. Mitchell, little one-on-one.
Mitchell's got a huge size advantage on Salache, but so far content to stay outside.
Jones trying to draw a foul. He's not going to get it. Hamilton gives him a little bit of the business, and in addition to finishing on the layup, 23-26.
5 in the game for Hamilton now, and he's starting to heat up, Michael.
Well, he was the player of emphasis in our conversation with Coach Holloman. Salache from deep, that's no good. He'll advise shot selection on that one. Could have worked the clock a little bit more. 1:30 to go, we're in the first half. Justin Brown on the left side working on Peyton. Woods at the free throw line, looking inside. Tadali, 8-footer, yes.
That's a great job by Tadali, maintaining spacing as well. Fans out on the baseline, knocks down the shot, and this is a 7-0 run for Pasadena.
What I really like there, Tadali, hands ready. Hands high, hands ready. You don't often see that for a big man. That's
a great screen from Burns.
Yeah, Burns frees up Salache, and Salache buries it from 3.
Making good use of that high screen from Burns. The last few sets are the Marauders.
Yeah, making good use of the broad shoulders is Burns. Answering is Justin Brown.
Call that a 2.
Foot on the line. Cut the lead to 2. Under a minute to go here. 40 seconds and counting in the first half. Peyton turns the corner off of a screen. Another one from Burns. He loses the handle. Peyton fighting for it on the floor.
Should be a jump ball here.
That jump ball will be awarded to the Lancers. Well, silver lining at present. Opening possession of the second half will go to Antelope Valley. Jordan Jones getting ready to check into the ball game. And he will. He's going to come on for Tadali. Very good work from Tadali here. 29-27 Antelope Valley. With a 2-point lead over Pasadena. The opening game of the VC We Play Hard tournament. Josiah Woods in the corner. Jones from 3, and he hits.
Well, we talked about the last 5 minutes of the first half. Antelope Valley pushed the lead to 8 at one point, but it's the Lancers who have really maintained their composure, and now they have the lead.
Peyton off to Jones. Jones working one-on-one. Will he answer from 3? He will. The high arcer right back at you in the face of Kyle Mitchell. Let's see that one more time. Hesitation to the baseline, pull up at the buzzer.
Well, you have to respect the first step of Jones, and that gives him a little bit of space.
Yeah, he gets to the basket very quick, finishes through contact so well. Seeing the replay of the final play of the first half as DeMario Jones hits and gets a lead back to 2 for the Marauders. 32-30, we're at the half. Opening game of the VC We Play Hard tournament, sponsored by the James Ennis Foundation. Back in a moment here on SoCal College Sports.
Ram trucks are America's longest lasting pickup truck, and you can buy your Ram truck at H.W. Hunter Ram of the West, L.A. County's #1 Ram truck dealer. With knowledgeable truck experts, great deals, and an inventory as big as a wide open West. Choose from hundreds of pickup trucks and commercial vehicles. And you can find your Ram of the West at Hunter Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram in the Lancaster Auto Mall and ramofthewest.com. Ram trucks are America's longest lasting pickup truck, and you can buy your Ram truck at H.W. Hunter Ram of the West, LA County's #1 Ram truck dealer. With knowledgeable truck experts, great deals, and an inventory as big as a wide open West. Choose from hundreds of pickup trucks and commercial vehicles. And you can find your Ram of the West at Hunter Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram in the Lancaster Auto Mall and ramofthewest.com.
I've always been
17:01 remaining here in the second half. Apologies, everybody. We're having some technical difficulties with the internet. Mike Cepeda, Jeff Stornoff with you on today's coverage of the VC We Play Hard tournament here from Ventura College. Well, as the teams look to work out their kinks, we do the same here. First basketball broadcast of the season. Pasadena is scoreless here to open the second half. At the half, it was 32-30. Pasadena finally gets on the board here in the second half, still trailing it by 9. Jones with the left hand, he's fouled in the act. He's fouled by Hamilton. He's going to go to the line. Floyd with 7, Jones with 15. Broadcast being brought to you by the Cochran Firm in California and Hunter Dodge. Game 1 of 2 today on the docket for SoCalCollegeSports.com. We will also have the 7 o'clock game. We'll feature the host team, Ventura College, the Pirates hosting Orange Coast. Mario Jones, good on both. 42-31. 16:30 to go. It's a good solid drive there, and going to be a travel. Going to go against Hamilton. He didn't need that extra step. He just needed to go up to the rack. Jamar Kemp doing a pretty good job inside of being that rock defensively. Peyton, Osi Nwachukwu, Jordan Kemp, or Jamar Kemp rather. Greg Floyd and Demaria Jones, the leading scorer on the floor. Loses it momentarily, gets it back. Demaria Jones with 19. Have yourself an opener. There's a turnover from Pasadena. And the activity on the defensive side of the ball for Antelope Valley wreaking havoc here to start the second half. 16:03 to go. The lead is opened up and swelled to 13 for AVC.
It's a 15-1 run after Pasadena took a brief lead late in that first half.
Jones again from the corner, feeling it. No. Floyd looking for a rebound. Nwachukwu tried to tap it to himself. This is going to be tapped out of bounds, go back to AVC off of the extended reach of Justin Brown for the Lancers. Well, Jeff, it was neck and neck really in that first half. Good back and forth battle. And very impressive here from Antelope Valley to open the second half. You know, coaching staff likely just said, hey, just be you. Do what you do. Wreak havoc defensively, create turnovers, good energy. Oh, look at that pass. In transition, Demaria Jones to Floyd. Let's see that one more time. Off of the steal from Floyd.
Yeah,
Floyd is rewarded on the other. Yeah, exactly. Peyton at the ready. Kicks it out to Jones, back to Floyd for an easy deuce. 46-31. And Jeff, I'm as shell-shocked right now as Pasadena is, seemingly on the floor. Because AVC has pulled away here in a hurry.
Well, Antelope Valley had a number of good sets in that first half and some shots that just didn't go down. And you had the sense that they were getting done a lot of the things they wanted to do here. And now in the second half, these shots are starting to fall, particularly on this run, and that's really spelled trouble for Pasadena.
Agreed. Mitchell inside to Hamilton. Hamilton, good hands, good finish. momentarily stops the bleeding here for the Lancers. They still trail it by double digits by a count of 13. Nwachukwu answers at the other end. And Osi flashing the mid-range, hits from 18. Nwachukwu now with 7. Hamilton's going to fire from deep. That one rims in and out. Osi with another rebound. Payton off to Floyd. Floyd going to pull up from 3. No. Would have liked to see him take the first one. That would have been in rhythm. Instead, took a dribble, disrupted it, and then put one up over an outstretched defender's hand. First one would have been wide open. Shot selection will come as the season goes along. That ball entered in at the high post. Going to be some contact there off of the ball. Going to go against, looks like, Osi Nwachukwu. Payton going to come off. He'll be replaced by Miles Wise. Saw Mize briefly in the first half. Quick inbound play. Simpson with the finish. 48-35.
Well, plenty of time for Pasadena, but they need some stops.
Agreed. Osi working on Brown, gives off. This is Floyd. Floyd looking for the baseline, off to Kemp. Kemp kicks it out, wide open. Nwachukwu splits the defense, keeps it himself. 360 move, taps it, and it's in. That's an impressive move from Nwachukwu. I don't know if he needed the extra 360. Kept his dribble, keeps it alive, and that was just a fantastic effort. Nwachukwu now up to 9 points.
How about impressive will to go with the impressive skill there as he stays with that ball, gets his own rebound, and gets the tap in.
Jeffrey, I like it. 50-35, the lead at 15 for AVC. 13:36 to go. Back in a moment here on SoCal College Sports. Back to battle here for the Lancers. The hill becomes steeper, though, as the second half goes along. They trail it by 15, 13:27 to go. Brown with it on the near side. The half-court trap, 1-3-1. Hamilton gets it from the high post, brings it down, has it stripped away by Jones. It'll stay with the Lancers. Really impressed with the active hands defensively from the Marauders. Good unselfish play, the cohesion early in the season, very impressive. You don't see that a lot, especially at the JUCO level. Mitchell thought about baseline. This could be a charge. A block going to go against Kemp. That's a terrible call. Kemp holding his ground there. I want to know where the foul is because Mitchell comes in out of control. And Kemp holding his ground, whistled for the foul. So Mitchell going to go to the line here for 2. Try to cut into this 15-point deficit. Broadcast being brought to you by Hunter Dodge and the Cochran firm in California. Mitchell hits on 1 of 2 free throws to Jesus from way downtown, no good. 50-36. Malik Black over to Mitchell. Mitchell to Simpson on the baseline, working on Burns. Simpson puts it up and one. Jordan Simpson with a nice drive on the baseline, using his speed and athleticism to get around Burns, and Burns late to react. Commits the foul. (50-39), the lead cut to 11. Floyd with it on the far side, enters down low to Jones. Jones keeps it himself, tries to bank it home, no good. Rebound initially won by Burns, but swiped away by Simpson. Lancer's back the other way. This one tapped out of bounds, it'll stay here. Hamilton with it on the baseline, looking to kick it out. Pass is deflected. Mitchell recovers. 18-footer. It's an air ball. DeJesus fighting for it. Taps it to Jones, and Jones is going to be fouled in the full court. Only the second team foul against Pasadena. AVC already in the penalty. Turning the corner, this is Wise. Wise didn't exactly set up DeJesus for success. DeJesus turns it over. 12:02 remaining here in the second half. AVC in control, up by 11. Hamilton with it on the baseline, working on Solis. A lot of contact, no call. Floyd taps it to Solis, off to Wise. Wise in transition, going to slow things up. Jones looking for a screen, gives off to Floyd. Floyd inside, banks it home over Simpson. That's pretty impressive action down low. And you see the rapport early on from Floyd and Jones. They enjoy playing with each other. We're going to see a lot of them. A lot of successful basketball for both of them in this season. Mitchell from three. That cuts it to 10. That pass up ahead. Wise looking for Floyd, not even close. Quickly up ahead, this is Black, and he's going to be fouled by DeJesus. And defensively, the energy is taking a dip for the Marauders as Osi Nwachukwu will get set to check back into the ball game along with Rocco Follins. The 1-and-1 front end, no good. Remains a 10-point advantage for the Marauders. Wise, looks like he traveled maybe. Instead, off to Nwachukwu from three, no good. Rebounded by Mitchell. Taps it out of bounds. It'll go back to AVC. Osi at the high post, working on Simpson, looking to turn the corner, off to DeJesus, to Wise. Wise wide open from three. Nwachukwu with the rebound. Man, he is everywhere. I want to see what he fills up the stat line with at the end of this one. Wise drives the baseline, and easy money for Miles Wise. Hamilton looking to grind down low. He does just that, overpowers everybody. Back to a 10-point advantage for AVC. Wise just hit on the layup. It looks like he might have tweaked an ankle. No, just got called for a jump ball. Arrow in favor of the Lancers, going to be a turnover. Mitchell with it on the far side, looking inside to Hamilton, working on Solis. He wants this every day of the week. Gets hit in the face. Be a foul on Solis. 19 foul. So double bonus the rest of the way for Pasadena, and that's an opportunity for them to bite into this lead. Hamilton hits the front end of the 101, misses the second, but it's rebounded by Mitchell. This one kicked out of bounds by Osi. So Antelope Valley had a stranglehold on this one about 6 minutes into the second half, but Pasadena not going away. Trailing it by 9, Mitchell goes baseline, the double team comes back out to Hamilton from 3, and it's a 6-point ball game. Wise. Back to Fallings. Rocco gives off to Osi Nuachukwu. Hey, you can let me shoot this 3? I'll put it right in your eye. Not that time. It's a little long. Rebounds off to Fallings. Rocco going to reset here. 8:51 to go. DeJesus drives the lane, puts it up. He's fouled. 2 shots coming to Wesley DeJesus. They say that foul happened on the pass. DeJesus throws it out of bounds. It'll go back to Pasadena, and they can make this a 1-possession ball game with a 3 of any variety. Brown dribbling up and down. Hamilton now with it, working on Osi Nuachukwu. Off to Mitchell. Mitchell, little 2-man game. He's fouled in the act. This can be a 2-point shot. Jones gets the hand caught in the cookie jar. Jones leading all scorers with 19. Joe Hamilton is quietly in second for the Lancers. He has 15. Only 2 players in double digits. First free throw up and good. Kyle Mitchell. Second free throw up and good. It's a 4-point ball game. Huge run here from Pasadena. After they fell behind by as many as 16. Oh, great backdoor. Nuachukwu from Kemp. Kemp with another assist. Well, we talked about the vision from the big man on full display right there. 8:08 to go, second half. 56-50. The Marauders up by 6 over the Lancers. You are watching 3C2A men's basketball here on SoCal College Sports.
I've always been told that it is part of my duty to be a voice for my community. And I like to think that as an attorney here at the Cochran firm, that I am doing what Mr. Cochran wanted us to do, which was to always be committed to your community and to serve your community and to fight, even when you feel like the odds are against you. And at the end of the day, justice will be served.
Ram trucks are America's longest lasting pickup truck, and you can buy your Ram truck at H.W. Hunter Ram of the West, L.A. County's #1 Ram truck dealer. With knowledgeable truck experts, great deals, and an inventory as big as a wide open West. Choose from hundreds of pickup trucks and commercial vehicles. And you can find your Ram of the West at Hunter Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram in the Lancaster Auto Mall and ramofthewest.com.
Six-point lead for the Marauders after the layup and the backdoor cut from Osi Nuachukwu. Mike Cepeda, Jeff Stoynoff with you on today's coverage. Doubleheader. Early game and a late game. How was traffic for you this morning, Stoy?
That was pretty special.
As always.
Orange County to Ventura, only way to go.
Mitchell fights for the rebound, looking to steal it away from Fallings. Instead, he's going to force a jump ball to Arrow in favor of the Marauders.
Well, the Marauders have certainly had their way on the offensive glass. That was a rare time where the Lancers were able to get in, but the Arrow working against them.
7:37 to go. Jones inside. Nuachukwu does a great job of working that baseline, and this is going to be a turnover as Jones doing a little bit too much. Too much one-on-one. They do such a great job when they move without the basketball and find each other. But that time, in that possession, offense stagnated, and it results in a turnover. Mitchell hangs in the air, tries to get this one to go. They're going to say that Nuachukwu got him on the arm going up. I don't know if I agree with that call. Let's see the replay here.
Yeah, Jones goes for the steal here. And then Mitchell on the drive.
That's a pretty weak call. I see zero contact on the arm.
Yeah, is that where they catch him maybe bringing the arm down a little bit there, whether there's contact or not? That's a point that you often make.
Yeah.
Where the officials are going to look for that sign that you drop the arm.
Got to stay straight up. You know, the better officials will be able to decipher whether there's contact made or not. But, you know, when I think you and I would both agree, this isn't exactly the upper echelon of the refereeing world. Got to start somewhere. One of two made at the line by Mitchell, 56-51. Down the stretch we come, 7:04 to go. Floyd with it at the short corner. Going to fire it up. Off balance shot, no good, rebounded by Simpson. Brown's going to bring it up here. Off to Black. Black had it poked away momentarily. Simpson on the baseline. Contact from Kemp. Ball is stolen down low by Demaria Jones. Jones. Back middle. Layup up, no good. He traveled. He moved the pivot foot one more time.
Good discipline defensively as Jones through a plethora of fakes.
Yeah.
And his man was unable to get a clear look.
Well, you have a strong pedigree out here on the floor for AVC. You have the name of Kemp, the name of Payton. And right there, DeMario Jones channeling his inner Akeem Dream Shake. Shook himself into a turnover. Strong drive from the Lancers. And responding on that end, Malik Black. Jones leaks out the other way. Can't get that one to go. Good straight up defense from Kyle Mitchell. 56-53, it's a one possession ball game. The Lancers looking to score the upset here in the opener of the VC We Play Hard tournament.
Marauders led by as many as 14 in the second half.
Kemp forces a steal. Off to Fallings. Fallings. Jones. Good finish in transition. Great hands.
And Jones ahead of the pack as the Lancers fail to get back.
Brown with it, working on Payton. Floyd gambled, and Mitchell dunks it home. We'll see the replay here. Floyd let everybody out to dry here as Mitchell punches it home. Payton gives it inside to Floyd. Point blank. Floyd can go to work with that length. Almost gets it to go. He's fouled by Simpson. He's going to the line.
Well, we don't get much chance to talk about post play, do we, Michael? But that's back-to-back sets here. Well, they went down low to good effect. A dunk on one end and now a couple of free throws on the other end.
You know I love it.
There may be something to this inside game.
It's so effective you can get it to work. Hamilton losing the dribble, gets it back. Great rebound from Simpson. Simpson's going to lay it up and lay it in. How about these Lancers?
Well, the Marauders have really been leaking out to try and run the floor on shots from the Lancers, and that's one of the rare times that the Lancers have been able to get on the offensive glass and make them pay for that.
Agreed, Stoy. Fallings at the short corner. Kemp fakes it left. Loses the ball, dives on the floor, gets it back, gives it off to Floyd. Floyd, 7 on the shot clock. He's going to have to make something happen. Dribbles it off his foot. And Coach John Taylor going to call a timeout here. Only 5 left on the shot clock, and this is a teaching moment here for the Marauders. We're going to take let's see if it's a 30 or a full. A full timeout. We'll do the same back in a moment.
I've always been told that it is part of my duty to be a voice for my community. And I like to think that as an attorney here at the Cochran firm, that I am doing what Mr. Cochran wanted us to do, which was to always be committed to your community and to serve your community and to fight, even when you feel like the odds are against you. And at the end of the day, justice will be served.
Ram trucks are America's longest lasting pickup truck, and you can buy your Ram truck at H.W. Hunter Ram of the West, L.A. County's #1 Ram truck dealer. With knowledgeable truck experts, great deals, and an inventory as big as a wide open West. Choose from hundreds of pickup trucks and commercial vehicles. And you can find your Ram of the West at Hunter Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram in the Lancaster Auto Mall and ramofthewest.com.
It's the VC We Play Hard tournament on SoCalCollegeSports.com, sponsored by the James Ennis Foundation. This game being sponsored in part by the Cochran firm of California, also by Hunter Dodge of the West. ABC regrouping out of the timeout.
You got to be aware here if you're the Lancers with 5 on the shot clock. Got to contest as soon as the ball comes in.
Payton will inbound. Off to Fallings. Fallings, 3 to shoot. Going to have to get one up. They won't. Well, teaching point number 1, test number 1 in terms of shot clock awareness is a fail. Well, Jeffrey, off camera, you had uttered to me, you thought ABC had this one in hand. Well, Payton with a steal, his 4th. Off to Fallings. Fallings can't finish. Jones on the rebound. He'll go up, have that contested. It'll go out of bounds. It's off of Jones. It'll go back to Pasadena.
Yeah, double-digit lead early in the second half, and I think we were in agreement that Antelope Valley had it really rolling their way. But this is where I think you have to give a lot of credit to Pasadena. They didn't go away. They knew they had time to get back into the game. And they've knocked down some shots, but I think more importantly, Michael, they've really done it on the defensive end, and they've done it with rebounding as well.
Second chance opportunities. Kyle Mitchell has been instrumental in that. He has 14 points, and he has the ball right now. Working on Floyd. Big-time matchup right here of 2 big-time athletes. Mitchell from deep. Air ball. A little bit too much one-on-one there from Mitchell. Jones back the other way. In the middle to Osei. Osei has that one blocked by Mitchell. Osei gets it back. Payton on the floor. Blood Nose Alley. Jump ball. Arrow in favor of the Lancers, or do we have a foul before that?
Meanwhile, we're down to 3:21 remaining in the game, so it's getting down to crunch time.
Indeed. So jump ball will be the call here. Ball is stolen by Osei. Nuachukwu, another steal. Payton in transition. Going to slow things up, give off to Jones on the delayed break, and he's going to reset the offense here. They enter in at the high post to Kemp. Kemp giving a screen. Payton wide open down low. Shortchanged it. Fighting for his own rebound. Simpson comes away with it. It's tapped out of bounds. It looked like it went off of Simpson. Instead, they will award it to the Lancers. And Pasadena going to take a timeout. They'll talk things over. 2:57 to go in this one. And ABC clinging to a 2-point lead. You are watching the We Play Hard tournament from Ventura College, sponsored by the James Ennis Foundation. .255 to go, 59-57. Lancers lose the ball. Not what you want out of the timeout. Nuachukwu with it on the far side, gives it back to Payton. Julian gives off to Floyd. Floyd gets a screen from Kemp. Floyd nearly lost it, gives it off to Jones. He does lose it. Black with the steal, and he's hugged, bear hugged by Floyd in transition. That's a smart foul. Double bonus, and a little extracurricular here. Payton's got to be careful. early season game, but probably a little bit more physical than we would have anticipated here, Jeffrey.
And I think the officials have really let him play.
They might shore that up here down the stretch. I think they're going to rule that this is an intentional foul. There's a discussion being had. Could be something where someone uttered a four-letter, said something they weren't supposed to. We like the competitive fire early, but at the same time, you got to be smart about it.
Well, certainly, yeah, technical fouls and intentional fouls, they're not going to do you any favors.
No. And indeed, that is the rule. Coach Taylor doesn't like it. In retrospect, probably the correct call, as Floyd really made an effort to wrap his arms around a streaking Malik Black. So 2 shots and the ball for Pasadena. This is an opportunity for them to not only tie it but take the lead on this possession. And Malik Black will go to the free throw line. We had some confusion here, Jeffrey.
Black, another player from out of state, Houston Prep Academy in Indianapolis.
First free throw up and good.
And Coach Keith Holloman talking to us, saying that they had been successful bringing in a few guys from out of state.
Well, if you're out of state or know anybody out of state unable to make the game today or throughout the weekend, look no further than www.SoCalCollegeSports.com.
Nice transition.
I appreciate that. Brown will reset to tie ball game, 59 all, 2:24 to go, and Black turns it over.
Wanted to make a move before he had the ball, and the last time that the Lancers were able to scale the mountain and get themselves back, at that time to a 1-point lead, the Marauders responded big time, and they're going to have to do it again here as we tick down close to 2 minutes remaining in this ball game, and it's back to a tie game.
Jones going to work on Mitchell. Shot up, no good. Again, really good defense from Kyle Mitchell.
And most importantly on that defense, Michael, no foul. Going to let Jones, if you can knock down that shot, more power to you.
Going straight up. Kemp denying at the high post. This is going to be a timeout taken by the Lancers, as Peyton was all over Justin Brown. Full timeout on the floor. Full timeout on the broadcast. Back in a moment. First game of the year. Looking to finish like our last game of the year.
Picking up right where we left off.
I don't know if this one will make the Sports Center top 10. We have to wait on the on the style factor, I guess, if you will.
Well, let's see what happens in the final seconds.
Well, if it's an alley-oop 360 windmill to beat the buzzer, I'm sure that's probably going to end up somewhere. Great defense again from OC. Transition back the other way, up and under, no good. Rebounded by Mitchell. Back and forth we go. Kemp reaches in, nothing there. Payton gets in front of Mitchell. There'll be a foul underneath. Going to go against Julian Payton. 2 shots coming to Kyle Mitchell.
Mitchell's really been a difference maker in this second half on both ends of the floor. And that time has Payton on his heels and able to pick up the blocking call.
Mitchell with 14 points tonight. Second leading scorer for the Lancers. Make him tied now with 15 with Joe Hamilton.
First lead of the second half for the Lancers.
Well, really the energy levels between Mitchell and Nwachukwu have been very high tonight, but Mitchell right now, especially in the second half, getting the better of it. It's a 2-point lead for the Lancers, 1:30 to go.
That's their largest lead of the night.
Well, their only leads of the night. OC goes baseline, puts it up, no good, but he's fouled, and back and forth we go with guess who? OC Nwachukwu after the free throws from Kyle Mitchell.
Good hard drive from Nwachukwu. Draws the contact. That's a good confident play. Nwachukwu in that situation as well.
The book on Nwachukwu finishes very well through contact. First free throw up and good. Can tie it up with the next one. Floyd will come off. Floyd with 3 fouls. I don't know if this is maybe an overtime looking forward type of move. Maybe they feel that Miles Wise, who just checked in for Floyd, is a better option defensively. Second free throw, shortchanged it. DeMario Woods forces a turnover, taps it off of the leg of Joe Hamilton. It'll stay with the Marauders. A terrific effort. Let's see the replay here off of the front end of the rim. And indeed, Jones gets a hand in there. Kemp will inbound it over to Payton. Woods up top. Oh, that's a great set piece, and Nwachukwu lost it. Payton looking for a steal. And that's going to be a foul on Malik Black on Payton. Two shots coming to Malik Black. 2 huge free throws right here. A little cushion in this lead.
That was a big turnaround there, Mike. You made the point. It was a great set that they ran, and Nwachukwu was in position, but had it poked away, and instead the Lancers with a chance to extend on the lead, but they come up empty on the first free throw.
First free throw, no good. And I'm surprised you don't bring back Floyd right here. Come and get Wise. Give a little bit more offensive firepower out there, especially down the stretch. Both free throws off the mark. It's rebounded by Joe Hamilton. So Hamilton, the lone Lancer in a sea of burgundy, reaches up, grabs a rebound, fouled going back up with it.
Though it needn't have mattered, as the Lancers are in the double bonus now. Over 10 team fouls for Antelope Valley here in the second half. But either way, he heads to the line for free throws, and well, we just saw a second chance for Antelope Valley on the previous possession. They weren't able to take advantage, and we'll see if the Lancers can take advantage of their second chance. Meanwhile, down to 109 remaining in the game. A nail-biter for the Marauders and the Lancers here right off the bat.
We like it. First free throw, no good. So 3 straight missed free throws from the Lancers. They lead it by 1. DeJesus will come on for Wise. Second free throw. That misses. Mitchell comes in from the weak side, loses it out of bounds. This should go back to ABC, and it does.
Wow.
Well, Jeffrey, you talked about them, the referees letting them play. See it right there, a lot of contact there. Mitchell comes in from the weak side, gets the rebound, but good gritty defense on the recovery there for the Marauders, and they win it back. 1 minute to go. ABC trailing it by 1. Peyton with it, working on Black. Kemp at the top of the key, works in. Can't get it to go, but he's fouled. Simpson at the mercy of the girth of
Yeah, it was good initial defense from
Jamar
Simpson,
Kemp.
but Kemp able to use that big body and strength to just force one up there and get himself to the line.
Maybe he gets away with one there. That's a veteran move from a veteran bloodline. Free throw up and good for Jamar Kemp. I love it when big men hit free throws.
What's not to love, thinks John Taylor on the bench right now for ABC.
Second free throw up and good. Well, you got one team hitting free throws, the other one not. And you have a 1-point lead for the Marauders. They led by as many as 16 early in the second half. The Lancers fought back to take the lead late. DeJesus to the rack, can't get the layup to go.
And DeJesus is down.
DeJesus still down on the other end, favoring his left knee. Still not up. 4 on 5. Hamilton on the other end buries a 2. 63-62, but the story right now is Wesley DeJesus down with a knee injury. Don't know if he knocked it or if he came down awkwardly. He was challenged up top. I'm surprised there was no goaltending call because that was a big slap on the backboard that I think had an effect on that shot.
And I got to tell you, I was able to see in a little bit of the delay of our coverage as we have the stream up here. There was definitely some contact in the upper body as well to DeJesus, and we've talked about they're letting him play, and that's a play that could have been called a foul. I will say that. But either way, Pasadena takes advantage. It's a 5-on-4 on the other side, and they're able to convert. And now with 24.9 remaining, Antelope Valley needs a hoop.
It looks like Greg Floyd will check into the ballgame. We have a discussion amongst the referees. I don't know what it's about. Can you sub in? Well, I mean, you have to sub in on an injury here. Floyd is up and off the bench in the huddle.
Well, they called a timeout, so they should be able to.
Both teams with 2 timeouts remaining. And now we have a timeout from the Marauders. Trailing by 1, under 25 seconds to go. It's the opener of 2017. Here for 3C2A men's basketball, the VC We Play Hard tournament on SoCalCollegeSports.com. barn burner down the stretch here. www.socalcollegesports.com. Check us out on YouTube, SoCal College Sports 1. You got an Apple TV, you got an Xbox One, go to our channel. Upscale the broadcast to 1080p. This game will archive to our website and to YouTube. Jones has it inside, looking for Floyd wide open. He's fouled on the pass. So 1-and-1 coming to Demaria Jones. He can tie it up and he can take the lead. So important, though, here on the front end. 12.8 seconds to go. And again, to reiterate, this game will archive to our YouTube channel, SoCal College Sports 1. Feel free to subscribe. You'll be apprised of all of the games as they happen. First free throw up and good. We're tied at 63 with 12 seconds remaining.
Icy hitting the front end of the 1-and-1. 12.8 to go.
That's clutch. Demaria Jones gives the Marauders a 1-point lead. Timeout AVC as they will set the defense here.
Pasadena still with 2 timeouts remaining.
Last and final, well, that's the final timeout here for AVC. Well, Jeffrey, we've seen a steady dose of Joe Hamilton, also Kyle Mitchell. I have to believe those are going to be the 2 players of focus here down the stretch.
And I think if you're Pasadena, the way that you've been able to rebound here in the second half, you want to get a shot up here with a few seconds remaining, give yourself a chance to get on the offensive glass. Both teams have been able to garner second and third chances in a lot of possessions here. So I look for him to put it in the hands of Hamilton or Mitchell and get a shot up with a few seconds, see if they can get on the glass, get a follow if that shot doesn't go down.
Of course, we want to give a big mention out to the Cochran firm of California. Really doing a great job of sponsoring the Antelope Valley men's basketball program throughout the season here, making this broadcast possible. This is one of potentially 10 games covered on the season that will feature Antelope Valley. Of course, we will have them later on in 2018 as conference play comes up. We will have all of their home games. Marauder Athletics also sponsored by Hunter Dodge of the West. You know where I'm going to get my next truck? My next truck will be my first truck.
Yeah, I was going to say.
Well, if my dad's truck counts, that one off of, well, it looked like it went off of the thigh of Justin Brown. Let's see this here. As Peyton gets a hand in. Ooh, OC. I thought OC got a hand in here. Check this out here, Jeffrey.
He definitely got a hand in, but
gets a hand in.
I think that's a good call, though. I think that's off of Nchukwu. But hard to say. Definitely got a hand on the ball.
Nchukwu, he's swiping down. The ball comes forward. See if we can see that one more time. Nope. Oh. If you want to check out the archive, again, go to our YouTube channel, www.socalcollegesports.com, the YouTube channel that I just mentioned, SoCal College Sports 1. Hey, you want to hit us up on Twitter? Reach out at SoCal College SPL. Let us know how we're doing. Good, bad, terrible. Oof. We're watching the delay here, and Jeffrey, I got to tell you.
I think we got one more look at it here on the delay on the stream. No, we didn't get to. We got the second one, but that's a tough call in fast motion. But with 7.8 remaining, Pasadena with another chance.
Opening game of the VC We Play Hard tournament, sponsored by the James Ennis Foundation. Shout out to Will Cowan, athletic director here at Ventura College. Longtime friend. Here we go. 7.8 seconds. They inbound to Mitchell. Mitchell triple team, loses the basketball. Floyd fires it the length of the court. That'll do it for the clock. And Antelope Valley, in a nail-biter, comes away with a 1-point win over a very game Pasadena City College Lancer squad. We'll be back in a moment with a recap here. Stay tuned.
I've always been told that it is part of my duty to be a voice for my community. And I like to think that as an attorney here at the Cochran firm, that I am doing what Mr. Cochran wanted us to do, which was to always be committed to your community and to serve your community and to fight, even when you feel like the odds are against you. And at the end of the day, justice will be served.
Ram trucks are America's longest lasting pickup truck, and you can buy your Ram truck at H.W. Hunter Ram of the West, L.A. County's #1 Ram truck dealer. With knowledgeable truck experts, great deals, and an inventory as big as a wide open West. Choose from hundreds of pickup trucks and commercial vehicles. And you can find your Ram of the West at Hunter Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram in the Lancaster Auto Mall and ramofthewest.com.
64-63. Game 1 of the season here on SoCalCollegeSports.com. Down to the wire.
Yeah, not bad. Yeah, Pasadena, great job trailing by as many as 16 in the second half, and really led by Kyle Mitchell coming off the bench.
Yeah.
Really key in that comeback, and obviously, have to settle for a moral victory in this one. Do the Lancers ultimately falling by 1, but it was a little too much DeMaurier Jones, Nchukwu really combining.
Yeah.
A little bit of help from Kemp in there as well. They got it from a few different sources, and that's what it's going to take for the Marauders this year. They're a talented team, but if you're going to compete at the top, a number of guys have to step up, and at least for game 1, that's what we saw.
Really liked a lot of the action that AVC ran. In particular, I really liked the way Kemp facilitated from the big man role. Had a couple of very nifty passes, a couple of wide open looks for players that, well, if you don't have a big man with vision, you can't make those plays. And, well, hey, a credit to the coaching staff for AVC putting their players in a position to succeed. Kemp was a bit of a late arrival, did not get here until the season or until school started. So had to pick things up quickly, but you have to assume, given the pedigree, he was going to come through in that regard, and looked very good today.
To your point, Kemp and Nchukwu both with 4 assists. That led the Marauders. So they're getting great passes up front. And obviously, when you can work the ball in and then back outside, that's where you get the open looks. And, that's the way you're going to sustain your offense all season long.
Well, you're exactly right. And, well, we turn the page now to the nightcap. Final game today will be at 7 p.m. It'll be Ventura and Orange Coast in the host school. Looking pretty good this year. Had a pretty nice showing last year. Eventually succumbing to, I believe it was at Compton, to the number 2 team in
El
the
Camino
South.
Compton in a game they hung around in. But it'll be a reloaded lineup in many ways. But they do get Isaiah Reyes back, so that's one guy. And a key guy to build your team around. Obviously, Coach Joey Ramirez, any coach at this level knows that you're going to have a lot of new faces every year. So certainly we'll look forward to seeing who the Pirates have brought in, who's going to take over for some of the guys that have left. But at least you can start with Reyes and go from there. And a couple of other guys as well that come back and will no doubt be contributors.
When you say Isaiah Reyes, I think track meet should be a fun one tonight.
Yeah, absolutely.
How about some thank yous here from Antelope Valley, our sponsors for the program, the Cochran firm here in California, also Hunter Dodge of the West. Special thanks to John Taylor, head coach, Mike Reels, assistant coach, Glenn Haller, the SID, Tom Gang, the athletic director at Antelope Valley, and really been a pleasure working with them, not only with football now as we move into basketball, and hey, maybe we get some more sports on the docket as well. Yeah,
absolutely. We've liked working we've had an opportunity to work with Antelope Valley College for a few years now, and it's been sporadic from time to time, but it's nice to see that hopefully we're moving in the direction that we can start to bring more of that there, because I know it's a great fan base, and I think a community that really gets behind as well. So it's fun to be a part of that, and hopefully we'll get to do more of it.
Antelope Valley through to the 5 o'clock game tomorrow. They will play the winner. Well, I have to check my bracket shortly. They will play the winner of Moore Park and Riverside at 5 p.m. tomorrow. We will have that game for you here on SoCalCollegeSports.com. So for anybody who follows the Antelope Valley Marauders, or anybody who's just a fan of basketball, feel free to tune in. Also at our website, check us out, www.SoCalCollegeSports.com. Also on our YouTube channel, SoCal College Sports 1. For Jeff Stoynoff, I'm Mike Cepeda. For Jorge Cepeda, the entire crew here at SoCalCollegeSports.com. Again, Also, one more thank you, Matt Henson.
Yeah.
Mr. Graphics, getting everything done for us as well. And, man, he came through helping me move last night. That was brutal.
And he'll be here tomorrow.
He will.
So that's,
we'll have the full crew.
We'll see Matt soon enough. We can't keep Matt away for too long.
That'll do it for our broadcast here, the 1 p.m. game. We'll see you tonight, 7 o'clock.
I've always been told that it is part of my duty to be a voice for my community. And I like to think that as an attorney here at the Cochran firm, that I am doing what Mr. Cochran wanted us to do, which was to always be committed to your community and to serve your community and to fight, even when you feel like the odds are against you. And at the end of the day, justice will be served.
Ram trucks are America's longest lasting pickup truck, and you can buy your Ram truck at H.W. Hunter Ram of the West, L.A. County's #1 Ram truck dealer. With knowledgeable truck experts, great deals, and an inventory as big as the wide open West. Choose from hundreds of pickup trucks and commercial vehicles. And you can find your Ram of the West at Hunter Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram in the Lancaster Auto Mall and ramofthewest.com.